What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jose here at the First Round By Podcast, and today I'll be talking about my top 3 fantasy football rookie wide receivers. I might throw in a bonus at the end, so continue watching, please. I did release 2 other fantasy football episodes. I did my top 10 quarterback rankings about a week ago. I did my top 5 running back sleepers. So now I'm on to some receivers. So if you haven't checked out those other ones, like I said, go check them out. I will be doing more fantasy football episodes as we get closer to fantasy football season. Like I said, we are about a month and a half away, give or take. So super excited. Let's jump into this episode. So these top 3 are some of my favorite rookies. I know this freaking draft class was loaded with talent at the wide receiver position. But these 3 in particular stand out to me very nicely. I feel like they're all placed into good situations. So my first sleeper here, I'm going to go with Mr. Ladd McConkey. He is actually ranked number 48 on ESPN's PPR cheat sheet. 3 years at Georgia, he produced 119 receptions with 1,687 receiving yards with 14 touchdowns. He didn't have the flashiest career at Georgia, but he does have elite play making ability, and he can catch anything that comes his way. He kind of really gives me that Julian Edelman vibe, the Wes Welker vibe. Just a really, really tough slot receiver. They don't really have like a true wide receiver one over at the Chargers. They lost Mr. Williams, and they also lost Keenan Allen, probably their top 2 targets. They do have Joshua Palmer and Quentin Johnson, but I do think Ladd McConkey is impressing a lot of the coaching staff. I think he's going to vault forward into that depth chart. So don't be afraid to draft Mr. McConkey. I know once all like the top prolific wide receivers get off the board, you're going to start looking at your receivers, and if you need a receiver, you're going to start scratching your head, and you're like, man, who should I choose? Don't be afraid to choose this guy. I think he's going to do some good stuff this year, and we all know Justin Herbert loves to throw the ball. My next fantasy football sleeper here is going to be Mr. Keon Coleman, number 49 on ESPN's cheat sheet. Last year, he had 50 receptions, 658 receiving yards, 11 touchdowns, and 12 games played. He was selected 33rd overall by the Bills. So we know they lost their 2 top targets. I know they still have Kincaid over at the tight end position, who I'm very high on right now, actually. But as far as receivers go, they kind of have like a mixture of veterans, some new guys. But I do think Coleman's going to rise to the occasion and kind of take over that number 1 receiver spot. Keep him on your radar. I would definitely pick him up sometime in the middle rounds once all the other high flyers are off the board. My third and final rookie sleeper, I believe, is going to be Mr. Malik Neighbors, who ranks pretty high at number 26 on ESPN's cheat sheet. I probably would have put him in my top 20 for sure. Last year, he had a phenomenal year with 89 receptions, 1,569 receiving yards, 14 touchdowns with 13 games played. He did lead the SEC in receiving yards. He also led receptions, and he was 3rd in college football with 14 touchdowns, which is quite impressive. The thing that makes me nervous about this situation is his quarterback is obviously Daniel Jones, which I'm not the biggest Daniel Jones believer, but they did just get rid of Saquon Barkley as well. So they don't really have like a true playmaker on that offense. So someone's going to have to give them the points. I do believe they're going to go to a pass-first offense now that they lost Saquon. There is a reason why he was picked number 6 overall. I think he's going to have a great year. I do have a bonus sleeper here, and I know it's supposed to be a rookie sleeper episode, but I'm going to throw in a veteran as well. I feel like this guy gets slept on almost every year that he's been in the league. He is ranked number 54 on ESPN's cheat sheet, and this gentleman is Mr. Adam Thielen. So last year, he finished with 103 receptions, 1,014 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns, and played 17 games. The thing about Thielen is he is consistently consistent. Over the course of like the past like 8 or so seasons, he's only missed maybe like 4 or 5 games. Even last year with Bryce Young, rookie quarterback, he still put up some great numbers. Whenever he was in Minnesota, he was putting up great numbers, playing alongside of Justin Jefferson as well. I do believe he's going to have another great year. I know the Panthers had a really good draft in my opinion. They brought on Jatavian Sanders, Jonathan Brooks, Leggett. So I'm super excited for this team. Overall on the offensive side, I think they're going to put up a lot more points than what they did last year, and I do believe Mr. Adam Thielen's going to be a big focal point to that offense. So don't be afraid to draft him. A lot of people forget about this guy, and then he always continues to do the same thing. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree with me, drop down in the comment section. If you don't agree with me, drop down in the comment section. If you want to see me do a particular video, let me know what you guys want to see. I will be doing more fantasy football episodes as we get closer to the season. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys. Peace.